Okay, this is showing a Haarp downburst in central Texas, and you can actually see the dark area getting bigger and bigger. And this is actually occurring right at dusk, so this is unusual. But this is a continuation. Earlier we saw them doing a Haarp downburst in the panhandle. Now they've moved it down here. You can clearly see this dark area increasing in size. Let me zoom in just for a little bit. Okay, and I got to make clear, on the edge here towards the transmitter we see an ELF pattern. Let me see if I can stop it right at the end here. And I mean, just have a look. You can see, whoops, too far. Still seeing some extra. Okay. You see this here? It's like a little double line there. It's a double line. That's from the ELF pattern. And just this whole thing is the Haarp downburst. So you can tell that takes a lot of power to do that. And if we look over at the possible location where it's coming from, I need to start the animation. Okay, and now if we look, we can see a bunch of stuff getting photoshopped. Whoops, too far. Maybe I'll just see if I can't zoom it a little bit. Oh man, what happened? Does anybody see some photoshopping going on? It's like it's getting darker, getting dark, and now it's dark. Darker, 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 dusk. Darker, 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 dusk. Ain't that funny? No ELF to speak of, but the whole thing's been photoshopped. Wait a minute. Okay, anyway, we definitely see Texas having, you can't see it in visible light. See, this right here is visible light as the sun's going down. And, you know, you don't see it in visible light. You do not see it. Maybe this is why weathermen pretend like it's not happening. But, oh, right as it's getting dark there, right as it's getting dark there, I think we do see some this right here is ELF cloud. So I hate to keep harping on this over and over, but that meets the criteria of being the right orientation. That's ELF cloud, but in invisible mode, you just don't see it. So let's go back to water vapor mode, where we do see it, and have a look. So this is central Texas getting a Haarp treatment to prevent any rain, probably in East Texas tomorrow, because they bring this super dry air down, and whatever chance of rain you have goes away. We're talking about on the local weather station, is that the air has gotten so dry in the Texas Panhandle now that they canceled the chance for rain, and that just happened this afternoon after the Haarp downburst. So it's going on, folks. Like I say, they're using this thing to attack 4 or 5 different areas in an afternoon. And now that it's getting dark, the ionosphere is going to change its configuration, so they will not be able to reach out here anymore. But this is proof, folks. Look at that map. That's proof. And then we're going to see there will be no rain there tomorrow. You know, one thing I like to show is maybe the estimated precipitation for tomorrow. Let me start back. See what kind of thing they were predicting. Like nothing, 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 nothing. And tomorrow. But keep in mind, when Rothschild bought these weather forecasting services, okay, there's some rain that would explain this dry air attack. When Rothschild bought the weather forecasting service, now all these Haarp and chemtrail attacks are figured in to the precipitation forecast, because that way they keep it accurate. So even with the dry air downburst, Dallas may still get a little bit of rain. But in the Texas Panhandle, we've had 0.47 inches of rain this year when the normal is 3.2. Okay? Less than half an inch when the normal is 3.2. That tells you the story. And that means, you know, you get a few hundredths of an inch maybe once a week. And that's drier than Arizona. Okay. I hope that is good evidence for you, because you know, that's proof, and all we really need is people with the oscilloscope and a coil of wire in those locations to look for the signal that I describe in the Haarp signal on oscilloscope live video, which again I saw that signal this afternoon when the downburst was happening overhead, and now I don't see it anymore. Okay, folks, we've got to get together some kind of network so that people can report when they're seeing the Haarp downburst signal. And in every city, in every state, someone needs to volunteer and maybe put together a website to track them, all the electronic detection of Haarp. So I hope someone can think about that. If you're a webmaster or something, it would be a great thing to do for the planet, believe me. And again, even in long-wave infrared, we don't actually see anything. Actually, there is a peculiar item. Let me just zoom in on this. This is peculiar. We can see everything's moving, and then this little guy pops up, and then poof, he's gone. It's kind of strange. Well, that's the smoke ring of dry air just rolled over him, and he's poof, he's gone. Okay, folks. Hope this is interesting to you. To me, it's absolutely fascinating. It's because our planet's dying, folks. Our planet is dying in front of our eyes. We've got to do something. And now, with this information you have the ability to take action. You know, look at these satellite maps for your local area. Write editorials in the newspaper telling them what's happening and that you can prove it. And I'll help you 100%. I mean, if there's local action on this, we can change this. You know, I do not like living in the Sahara where everything's dead and every time it gets windy, it's a dust bowl. But I'm just taking... I take it personal when they kill my trees and stuff. Okay, hope that's not too preachy. Thanks.